still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a bunch of new infant CC for you. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below. And I know it can be such a struggle to find cute Maxis Match CC for the little ones. So I'll link a playlist right now where it features all of my CC hauls that I've done in the past, including 2 more infant CC hauls and a bunch of CC hauls for toddlers and kids. So hopefully that will be helpful if you still need more CC after this video. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. Boy, am I aching. Okay, I have started working out again a few days ago. If you've listened to my last video, watched my last video, you will know this, but I'm not big on workouts, okay? I'm such a lazy person when it comes to working out. I'd just rather not, but I know it's good. I know it's healthy. So I wanted to get back into it, and I started on Tuesday, I believe, because Mondays are the day where you say you start something, but I never do, at least. I always start on the Tuesday after. So I started on the Tuesday, and it's the workouts that I do are by Chloe Ting, and they are so rough. I did 1 or 2 of her programs, I believe, last year around this time, and I felt like I was doing a lot better. And maybe it was just because I was like a few weeks into it, and now I'm starting from like ground zero pretty much, and boy am I in pain. Like every single muscle I feel like of my body hurts, apart from my arms, weirdly. There's like a lot of core workouts, which usually my abs are fine, but she does them in a way where you have to like hold yourself up on your arms and wrists a lot. So I feel my wrists getting sore, and I feel my arms getting sore before I even get to like exhaust my abs. And I've also found out that my knees are kind of weak, so that's always fun. Hopefully it will get a little bit better, but it just seems ridiculous because yesterday I was in so much pain, okay? Like I could barely get up and walk around. I had to do some food shopping, which was a pain in the butt because I had to take my bike, and I was almost crying. I live on the 4th floor without an elevator, so I was almost crying on the way up, okay, with like all of my shopping. I was like, oh my god. My thighs are just on fire, but I made it. It was fine, but then I had another workout that I had to do, and I was like, this is so ridiculous. Like I'm in so much pain, and now I have to do another workout, and it was again focused on areas where I was still sore, and I was like, oh my god, no. I can't. So I'm hoping that like with a few days of doing it, it will improve, because a lot of the exercises I just can't physically do because she's like holding herself up on her arms and then lifting like one arm and one leg, and I'm like, no. With the muscle ache I feel right now, like I just can't do it. Like it's just not possible. And I have very weak arms, but that's fun and all. I'm sure it will get better with time, fingers crossed. I also want to stick to it, you know. I do want to work out. I always pick like the hottest time as well to do it. It's been super warm the last few days, and of course I picked that time to start working out again. I don't know why I do this to myself. And then when I had breakfast this morning, this is so unrelated, but I ate my breakfast this morning, and I realized like a few quirks of mine. I don't know if they're quirks or just like weird things I do, but when I eat food that requires a fork and a knife, I always swap them in between my hands, and it is so odd. It's because like I only do it, okay, when like my food requires me to actually cut it. If I just need to like split it a bit, like today I had breakfast and eggs and it was fine. I didn't have to like swap them around. But when it requires me to properly cut something, I can't do it with my left hand. So I have to swap my knife to my right hand, but then when I go to like put the food in my mouth, I swap it around again because I feel like I can't use my left hand and use the fork to lift the fruit towards my mouth with my left hand. I don't know, so I just like keep swapping around, and it is so odd. I don't know why I do it. I feel like I could probably cut better with my left hand than I can pick up things with a fork and lift it to my face, but I don't know. Let me know what you do. What hand do you hold your fork in? Because I think typically you're supposed to hold your fork in your left, your knife in your right. Maybe it's the other way around. I have no idea. Okay. I don't know. I just freestyle it. And then I also realized that I hate eating with spoons. It's like, unless I'm absolutely required a spoon when it's like a soup. What else is there? Soup, cereal, yogurts, things like that where it's like too liquidy to use any other utensil, I'm fine. But if I see someone eating a cake with a spoon, it literally makes me so mad. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, no. Or some people eat like pasta with spoons, and I don't get it. Okay, like I think spoons are just so awkward because they don't fit into your mouth properly, and like I don't know, they're just slippery. I don't like it. I just find it weird. And then I also have this thing where when I'm out and about with someone and we walk next to each other, I always have to walk on the right side, and I think it stems from me being friends with someone in, how old was I don't know, 14, 15, who was left-handed, and it was back in the time where I was always carrying, you know, my little cute bag on like a one shoulder bag, and I'm right-handed, so I put my bag on my right arm and she was left-handed and held hers on her left arm. So if we'd walk me on the left and her on the right, our bags would like keep banging into each other. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I just started walking on her right, and now it feels so wrong. If I'm out with someone and I walk on their left, I always have to swap. I always like immediately notice that something is off, and I'm like, oh no, wrong side. And I'll just swap, and it's just the weirdest thing. And there's like a million things like that I feel like that all of us have that we don't even realize or think about until someone points it out. Because I remember I was out for dinner with my boyfriend, I think last time I was there with his family, and I think I said something about swapping my cutlery, and his sister was like, oh yeah, I've noticed that, it's so odd. And I was like, I don't know. Please tell me I'm not alone with that. Okay, there has to be someone else on this planet who keeps swapping their utensils around because they can't use their left hand for anything. My left hand is literally just like incapable of doing anything. Can't cut food, can't push food, no, lift food towards my face. It's a thing. Okay, and I would be interested if you're still listening. Hello, hi, you made it this far. Well done. What are your quirks? Because I love those things about people. Okay, like things that like tiny little things that make you you. I think they're so endearing, and it's just so cute. I don't know, I love stuff like that. And it can get annoying, you know, like me always having to walk on the right side. I feel like it can get annoying in certain situations. Luckily I can also walk in between two people. That doesn't bother me. It's just if there's two people and I walk on the left, or more people and I'm like on the far left, I don't care about the middle, but right is preferred, and then center and left I can't do. It just like, oh, it makes me feel so weird. And it's these things, you know, like they define you, well, they don't define you so much, but I feel like we all have them, and I think about them so little until it gets to that situation. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I do this differently to other people. It's just a little bit odd. I also, oh my god, I have like so many topics today I want to talk about. The video isn't long enough. I also started making matcha latte again, and if you drink matcha, I like it like iced cold with a milk, and I don't want to use cow's milk because I'm trying to like avoid animal products. And I don't know, what milk do you use for it if you don't use cow's milk? Because I've tried a few now. Today I have like coconut rice, I think, and I'm not a fan. I think so far maybe oat was the best. Maybe like a mix of oat and soy would be best. I don't know. Let me know if you drink any iced tea that has a lot of milk in it. I think let me know what milk you use to substitute cow's milk, because I don't know, I feel like I've tried a lot of them and I just can't tell which one's best. I need help. But anyways, this video is coming to an end real soon here. I hope you enjoyed all of the CC, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
And soon, my friend, you'll see them again. But won't you